Does this feel shorter to you guys? You guys look shorter. Okay. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my entire Roth 401k investment portfolio. That includes every stock, every fund that I'm invested in within my Roth 401k, as well as sharing a little bit of the history behind how I got to this point, the investment strategy that I use for my retirement accounts, and how much I've invested versus how much my investments have grown. So if that's something you want to see, definitely stick around for this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne. I post videos every Monday on all things investing and personal finance. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go ahead and click the subscribe button below. It really helps to support my channel and it's free for you. As I've said in other videos, this is just personally how I invest. I don't want you guys to go think this is exactly how you should be investing because every person is so different. Everybody has a different risk level at which they are comfortable investing in, and so your risk level is very likely different than my risk level. So just keep that in mind. This is just personally how I invest. And at the end of the day, you need to be able to sleep soundly at night, being comfortable with where your investments are at because it's personally your money and you need to be comfortable with how your money is managed. Totally fine if you feel more comfortable in a more conservative investment approach or even a more aggressive investment approach. And as I said in other videos, I don't have to be sharing all of this information. Personally, I do this because I want to be transparent with you guys and show you that I actually practice what I preach. So I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe and hit the like button below. And with that said, let's get into the video. So first, I just want to give you like a little background, a little history behind my experience with employer-sponsored retirement plans. If you haven't checked out my video on how to get started investing for retirement, I have a video. I'll put it right up here, but that just breaks down all the different kinds of retirement investment accounts that you can be invested in. This is just one of them. My first year out of college, I was in a job that didn't have that option, and then I moved into a position where I qualified for an employer-sponsored retirement plan. I was 23 when that happened, and I was actually working for a nonprofit, so the employer-sponsored retirement plan that they had was a 403b. So that's how I got started with my employer-sponsored retirement plan. My employer had the option of going the traditional route or the Roth route, and I personally chose the Roth route, so I had a Roth 403b. I don't quite remember how much I was saving. I'm certain I was saving at least 15 or 20% of my paycheck, but I was in that job and then I ended up leaving that job after a year and I moved to another employer. And there are a lot of different things you can do when you leave an employer. You can sometimes keep your employer-sponsored retirement plan with that financial institution, or in my case, there wasn't enough money in that account for me to keep it with that financial institution. So ended up actually being able to roll that over into my Roth IRA, which ended up being like very advantageous and a good move for me because I had more options of how I could invest that money when I rolled that over into my Roth IRA. That was my first experience with my 401k or 403b. So yeah, I started working for a corporation. That was a little bit over a year ago, and that was a normal 401k. And they also had the option of doing a traditional or a Roth 401k. And so I went with the Roth 401k, and from the get-go, because I was in a job that was paying significantly higher than my last job, I at that point was able to max out my 401k. So that is $19,500, which was a lot of money. And I got to the point, honestly, where saving money, it was like truly consuming my life. Like I would make radical decisions about not how I was managing my money, but how I was spending my time so that I could save more money. And I just got to the point where I was just like so utterly stressed out from just trying to save everywhere that I not that I broke, but I just reevaluated how I saw money and how I viewed money. So this is what everyone obviously wants to see and what they came here for. By the way, I'm on my computer if I'm looking down. So my Roth 401k now makes up about 27% of my entire stock portfolio. Because this is an employer-sponsored retirement plan, I don't have as many options for investing as I would if I were investing within my brokerage account or my Roth IRA. So really, I'm only invested in index funds. The first fund that I'm invested in is FSMAX. that is an index fund that provides full exposure to the US stock market. FSMAX is Fidelity's Extended Market Index Fund, and that makes up about 38% of my entire Roth 401k portfolio and about 10.5% of my entire stock portfolio. And the next fund that I'm invested in is FXAIX. It's Fidelity's index fund that tracks the S&P 500, and that makes up about 38% of my Roth 401k, but it makes up about 10.2% of my entire stock portfolio. And before I go on, if you found this video helpful, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe down below for more videos like this. And with that said, let's jump back into the video. The next fund that I'm invested in within my Roth 401k is FSPSX, and that is Fidelity's International Index Fund that consists primarily of large and mid-cap European, Asian, and Australian stocks, and that makes up 17.3% of my Roth 401k and about 4.7% of my entire stock portfolio. And the next one that I'm invested in is TRRLX, that is T. Rowe Price's Target Fund. It's a fund that is managed based on the retirement year of 2060, and this isn't something that I'm personally invested in. That's how my employer gives its match. So all of the index funds that I'm invested in are FSPSX, TRRLX, and FXAIX. Those are all large blend funds, and then FSMAX is a medium growth fund. That is my Roth 401k. Now I will talk about my investment strategy behind my Roth accounts, which I've talked a little bit about in my Roth IRA portfolio video. But because this is a retirement account, the way it is invested is significantly more conservative than my other accounts. There are fewer options for me to invest aggressively. That is my investment strategy. I don't really have much to add. However, I do want to talk about how much I've invested versus how much it's actually grown. So when I started this about a year ago, I've invested about $23,000. My employer up until now has matched about $1,500, and so far since I opened this account, my investments have grown almost $2,500, and so the current value is at a little over $27,000, which gives me an investment performance of about 15.5%. So that includes the investment growth and also the employer contributions. I hope that goes to show you guys that you should be really taking advantage of whatever match that your employer gives. It's free money. I'm sure you've heard this before. It's free money, and it truly does help the growth of your investments. And so with that said, as I was saying before, my intention behind showing you guys these numbers is not to show off how much money I have or how much I have invested or how much my investments are growing. Like, I'm not looking to amass a huge amount of money. If you've seen any of my videos, you would know that that's not my intention. I want to be known as being generous with my money and holding it with an open hand. But I truly believe that money is not everything. It's meant to be a tool, and God has given it to me, nothing more than I can handle and nothing less than I need. And I say that because of last week I was reading in my devotionals and I came across this proverb and it really stuck with me. It's Proverbs 30 verse 7 through 9, and it says, "Two things I ask of you, Lord, do not refuse me before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me. Give me neither poverty nor riches, but give me only my daily bread. Otherwise I may have too much and disown you and say, who is the Lord? Or I may become poor and steal and so dishonor the name of my God." I know that not everyone who watches my videos is a Christian, but I think these principles can be applied to anybody. I just feel like I'm not running after being rich. I'm not running after putting all of my identity in how much money I have, because I don't ever want to get to the point where I can disown God because I can provide for myself. That's never what I want to do. If I do have funds, my intention is to always give generously, and that's really been my goal. My goal is to save enough so that I have enough. It's not the end all be all.
Hi guys, I'm editing right now, and I just wanted to say, if you guys made it to the end of this video, I'm just very thankful for you. This time in my life has just been very hectic and very stressful, and I think in the next couple of videos you will figure out why, but I could just tell in editing this video that I was just very low energy, and I honestly have not been sleeping much, and I every day I feel like my head is about to explode because there's just so many things that I'm worried about, and did just want to come on and explain that. But I felt like I sounded very tired. I think in the next couple videos you guys will understand why, because I'm going to be sharing some new things with you. So if you did make it to the end of the video, go comment down down below and let me know that you made it this far. And thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you guys so much.
I think that is all I have for you guys this week. I appreciate you guys checking out my videos. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe down below, and I will catch you guys next Monday. Bye guys. What else was I gonna say? The hair is so big today.